Hello and welcome to, well, our friend, the Railroad. And today on the Railroad, we're about to get our second locomotive. Montezuma. Number 2. Name. Yeah, I'll go with that. There we go. And before I forget, I have to add a headlight to the engine. Go to P. Perfect. $1,400. This is good. Now I effectively have a roadie. I'm going to get 2 steaks and 2 more log flats. But why get 2 more steaks and 2 more log flats? Like, what are you thinking? And it's simple. With the steaks and log flats, what I want to do is I want to be able to start making my way up to the mine. And start making iron ore. I don't really want to be playing Captain Tittles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut Betsy and the big bunk off. I use that and I like it, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of it. It added too much weight for little Betsy to handle, and I'm like, sod this. Plus, I'm retiring Betsy back here to the yard. I'm not going to have Betsy as a road engine anymore. Without a headlight, Betsy is essentially a liability. Because no headlight, crews can't see her. If crews can't see her, other engines can't see her. And if other engines can't see her, what's the chance? There's a chance she's going to get clocked by another engine. And when we start getting things like passengers and mail trains, and we start getting faster and bigger engines, that threat of her getting clocked by one of these faster, bigger machines is too great. It is too much a risk to take. The less of a risk we take, the better we're off. I don't like taking risks. In the sense of, oh, let's do this way. No. Taking a risk could be something like, say we get a 242 in game. I would love to take that kind of risk. That's what is known as a safe risk. Whereas, Betsy on the open road with a train, when she was the only engine, she was a safe risk. But now that we have Montezuma, she's no longer that safe of a risk. She is now what is known as a liability risk or a dangerous risk. So I'm confining her to the yard. i.e. right here where she can switch cars around. So let's say you bring up and park in this loop right here, like 5 of these little box cars of tools, 5 of them also filled with oil drums, and then you run on with the rest of the train. You leave the cars in the loop, you pick up the other cars, and you run on with, say, Montezuma, or the other porter, or you buy another Betsy with a headlamp. The risk with Betsy without a lamp, now that we have day-night cycles and weather, is too great. She literally has to be confined to the yard. We can't risk having her on the open line. Too much of that, and oh god, there could be problems. I don't want to risk. What I want to do too is I also want to get some gondolas. So I'm trying to keep myself from, like, oh god, maybe actually we could put her on the trains to and from the sawmill for right now, because I do want to get a Shay on those runs eventually. Also, you'll notice I'm not getting any of those small cordwood cars. Because this is what we call a poor choice. They only haul one cargo, and it takes so many of them to equal just one of the bigger cars. That it's not worth it. People are like, oh, but it is worth it. No, it isn't. Not by a country mile. It's the same reason I don't use the big boxcar. It's just too... too much. Three of the little guys equals one of the big guys and then some. And that's my thinking. Like, I want to look at the more versatile cargo. I'm also going to work on trying to get a caboose, but I need to find a livery first before I pick the caboose. I.e., I'm using the boxcar until we get, because I know there are some Ava Plantation cabooses. Let me see what I got. I got 600 left. I'll have to do the small boy gondolas, and I'll have to do 3 of them. But the small boy gondolas are going to be the big one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange all the cars here that I'm going to collect. Or better yet, let me wait until I actually get the line to the iron ore mine and I actually get some iron ore made. Lights going out. Get the nightlight going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play football with the cars. So this is our first move. Pardon me. And then what we're going to do, right here is, no wait, that's spawn. Where are you? This is another reason why I wish Betsy had a headlight or something. Because then I could light the damn thing and actually see her. I'm gonna leave that because I want the bigger car carrying pipe. I'm gonna throw myself back through the junction. Grab the brake lever, or grab that. Are we cleared off at the switch so when I do my football trick, I can throw it, everything will be thrown to where I can do it? Yes, good. You're set for this to go back. Are you cars clear of this switch? Pardon my yawn. Yes, you guys are. Good. So, my plan now is to just grind up freight to the iron ore mine. I will do the line off camera. I'll do all the grinding off camera, but I will run the inaugural freight train to and from the mine. A route, like some of the other routes I'll build on camera. I think I'm gonna build to the ironworks, oil field, and refinery on camera. Lines, maybe even the smelters will be on camera, but I did this line off camera. I'm doing this line off camera, and I'm doing the coal mine off camera. But why? Well, with the iron ore mine, because of all the grades you gotta climb and everything, it is a right pain to climb it. Wait, did I take all handbrakes off? Pardon me? Hold on. Okay, so what's our plan now? Well, our plan now is that I'm gonna take everything back to the sawmill. And then I'm gonna come back and get Betsy once I have Montezuma off the road. Remember, I don't want to have an accident. Uh, Basically, Betsy is just without that headlight. One little thing. Now, okay, back before we got the weather update, it would have been perfectly fine to have engines without headlights. Because it was daytime all the time. Now that we have day-night cycle, no. I wish that was one of the big updates that we got, was Betsy with a headlamp. Do you know how frustrating it is having to get rid of your Betsy, buy another one, and then make sure she has a headlamp? Very frustrating. Which is why I really would like it if, even if, like, if we do get, like, an updated, like, starter thing. I did a blank save in the beta. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna put up the one from the main branch. And I want you guys to give me some feedback on it. But it gives you Betsy, the Montezuma, a Shay, like 13 gondolas, like 12 stake flats, 12 bunk flats, an MOW train. The little box cars like this guy right here being used as a caboose for those trains. Five skeleton log cars, 2 of the big bunks, and that's it. It's all tier 1 stuff that you can buy early in the game. So the question is, I want you guys to tell me, do you think it's a good move? Do you think it's a bad move? Okay. Betsy can only work during the day. That is another stipulation. Like, if you're gonna do, like, if I do have guests, Betsy cannot operate at night. It's too much of a risk. If I can't see a headlight, I don't run. That's it. That's all the it that there is. I feel like, Die Station from Ivor the Engine. There may be regulations, but they must be followed. And I'm not joking. I will not run Betsy at night. I've done it in my own personal time on this map just to keep trains moving and get loads up to and from the sawmill. Now, the track to the smelters goes that way, but let's say, another train's coming through here, or train from the smelters is coming through here. They could see the headlight from the Shay, yes. They wouldn't be able to see Betsy's. Why can't I get you to shut, you twats? Oh, bollocks. That's the thing that I'm going to be up in arms about. And I will be up at arms over it all the time. Because I'm not willing to take that kind of risk. I'm a railroader. I'm a simple man railroader. I'm not PSR. You heard me right. I am not precision scheduled railroading. So I want to get these cars in. I'll move Betsy off camera just because going back to fetch her while I'm on camera, just to trudge over the same track, would drive a lot of you guys mental. And I don't really want to drive you lot mental. Now you're wondering, does this count as off the road? Yeah, because this is actually a loop. My aim now... But once I get Monty off this... Dragon, actually, off this train... Oh shit, thunderstorm, I hate it. Bang. So that means this is nestled up against the buffer stop? Yeah. Perfect. So now all cars are nestled rightly up there. I'm going to uncouple and run Montezuma into the siding here. Just so you can see what off the road means. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, but you're not really off the road. Off the road means off the road. God, pardon me. So there we are. End of the episode. Montezuma is off the road, coupled to her train to go up to the iron ore mine, which we will hopefully see within the next episode. I wish you the best. Have fun.